Good evening. Practice like you have never won. Perform like you have never lost. Welcome to BMC News Live, presented by Al Hilal Hospitals and Medical Centers. I'm Jasila Mujib, joining you with the daily news updates. News headlines. The Council of Representatives and the Supreme Council for Women discussed cooperation. The Minister of Foreign Affairs participated in the extraordinary session of the Council of Arab League at the level of foreign ministers. The chairman of the King Hamad Global Center for Peaceful Coexistence attended session of the Secretariat of the Congress of Leaders of the World and Traditional Religions. The Royal Humanitarian Foundation and the Ministry of Education launched Humanitarian Initiatives Competition 2023. The Foreign Minister received the US Senator. News in detail. The Council of Representatives and the Supreme Council for Women discussed cooperation. Ahmed bin Salman Al Musallam, Speaker of the Council of Representatives, has stressed the importance of effective and constructive cooperation with the Supreme Council for Women in order to advance Bahraini women in all fields under the comprehensive developmental process led by His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. Al Musallam commented the efforts of the government led by His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, to implement women supporting public policies and programs, affirming that Bahraini women have strengthened their role and partnership in the nation building process thanks to their competence and distinction. The Minister of Foreign Affairs participated in the extraordinary session of the Council of Arab League at the level of foreign ministers. Dr. Abdul Latif bin Rashid Al Zayani, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, participated in the extraordinary session of the Council of the Arab League at the level of foreign ministers. It was held at the request of Palestine and Morocco to discuss the dangerous escalation in Gaza. The meeting was chaired by Nazar Bourita, Minister of Foreign Affairs, African Cooperation and Moroccan Expatriates and President of the current session. Ahmad Gate, the Arab League Secretary General, was present. The Council of Foreign Ministers of Arab States adopted a resolution calling for the immediate cessation of the Israeli war on the Gaza Strip and the escalation in surrounding areas. It urged all parties to exercise restraint and warned of the catastrophic humanitarian and security consequences of the persistence and expansion of the escalation. The chairman of the King Hamad Global Center for Peaceful Coexistence attended session of the Secretariat of the Congress of Leaders of the World and Traditional Religions. Dr. Sheikh Abdullah bin Ahmad Al Khalifa, the chairman of the Board of Trustees of the King Hamad Global Center for Peaceful Coexistence, participated in the 21st session of the Secretariat of the Congress of the Leaders of the World and Traditional Religions held in Kazakhstan. The humanitarian approach of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa is based on promoting peaceful coexistence and human fraternity and consolidates the status of Bahrain as a hub for peace and dialogue and a home for openness and tolerance, Dr. Sheikh Abdullah said. In this regard, he highlighted the inauguration of the Declaration of the Kingdom of Bahrain as a global document for religious freedom and the kingdom's hosting of many international conferences and events. The Royal Humanitarian Foundation and the Ministry of Education launched Humanitarian Initiatives Competition 2023. The Royal Humanitarian Foundation has launched the second edition of the Humanitarian Initiatives Competition for secondary students at public and private schools in cooperation with the Ministry of Education. The Humanitarian Initiatives Competition 2023 aims to encourage secondary school students and foster their creativity in humanitarian and voluntary work, as well as prepare them to contribute to the kingdom's progress. The Foreign Minister received the US Senator. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abdul Latif bin Rashid Al Zayani, received today the US Senator of New Jersey, Cory Booker. The two sides discussed the strategic partnership between the Kingdom of Bahrain and the United States of America, affirming the keenness of both countries to further develop cooperation at all levels. They also stressed the importance of moving forward in activating the provisions of the Comprehensive Partnership Agreement for Security, Integration and Prosperity signed between the two countries. The meeting was attended by the Chief of American Affairs, Ambassador Sheikh Abdullah bin Ali Al Khalifa. The Bahrain Authority for Culture and Antiquities launched plans to develop the city of Muharraq. Sheikh Khalifa bin Ahmad Al Khalifa, President of Bahrain Authority for Culture and Antiquities, commented the visit by the Deputy King, His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, to Muharraq, which marked the launch of the plan to develop the city of Muharraq in implementation of the orders of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. His Majesty ordered to preserve the historical and cultural identity of Bahrain's buildings and cities, the revival of Isa Al Kabir Palace, and the developing of Muharraq in a manner that preserves its historical and cultural identity. Now it's time for a short break.
The 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahla. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.
Welcome back. GCC Cultural Journey witnessed historical milestones. GCC Secretary General Jassim Mohammed Al Budaiwi, Secretary General of the Gulf Cooperation Council, stated that the cultural journey of the Cooperation Council countries has witnessed over the past decades historical milestones and an unprecedented global presence which enabled it to occupy an advanced global rank in the World Competitiveness Ranking 2023. He said this was achieved by acquiring a distinct pattern based on a deep-rooted cultural heritage, proud of its Arab and Islamic identity, committed to noble principles and values, and enlightened openness to the civilizations of nations and people. This came during the Secretary General's participation in the 27th meeting of Their Highnesses and Excellencies, the GCC Ministers of Culture, held in the Omani capital, Muscat. Riyadh prepares for Global Esports Games 2023. The vibrant Riyadh city will host the Global Esports Games 2023 the Global Esports Federation's flagship esports event from December 12 to 17, the Saudi Esports Federation announced. Saudi Arabia's hosting of the third edition of the competition aligns with the objectives and the aspirations of the national gaming and the esports strategy, seeking to make the kingdom a sports hub. GEG 2023 aims to promote and unite the global gaming community through communication among esports enthusiasts worldwide, the Saudi press agency reported. Oman participated in the regional Indian Ocean-wide tsunami exercise. The Sultanate of Oman took part today in the regional Indian Ocean-wide tsunami exercise, which aims to evaluate and enhance the effectiveness of the early warning system against the danger of tsunamis in the Indian Ocean. According to Oman News Agency, the drill was held at regional and national centers in countries adjoining the Indian Ocean rim. The Sultanate of Oman was represented in the drill by the Civil Aviation Authority, the Ministry of Information and Royal Oman Police. The drill is considered an opportunity to test readiness in receiving tsunami warnings and assuring that all people in society are warned, as well as conducting tsunami scenarios. Further, the drill is conducted once every 2 years. India launched Operation Ajay to bring back Indians from Israel. The first flight bringing Indians stranded amid the Israeli-Hamas war will take off from Ben Gurion Airport in Tel Aviv tonight. Many of those who have registered with the Indian Embassy to be flown back include Indian students at Israeli institutions. The students have now received a mail informing them that the Ministry of External Affairs would run a chartered flight from Tel Aviv to Delhi. This flight will take off from Ben Gurion Airport around 9 p.m. Israel time today. About 230 Indians will board tonight's flight, news agency has reported. Those returning to India will not be required to pay any fare, and the government will bear the cost of their return. With this, we come to the end of today's news. This is Jasila Mujib signing off. Good night.